man, oh man. Good morning, everybody. It's time for back to little. How you doing, little Adam? Little Adam is covered in green dust today. Magic green dust is covering little Adam. Oh my goodness. And I kind of parked little Adam under a tree here too, so little Adam is got some bird poop on him. Anyway, it was very nice last week for to do the road trip there with Brian. I talked to Brian. He got back home very safely last night. Yes, he left here at 7:30, and he took I-40 through Asheville, and then over the mountains, and then I think he went to Knoxville, and then got on I-75, and then went north through Kentucky, and into that was Tennessee, yeah, and then into Kentucky, and then he went in, and then when he got into northern Kentucky, he hit a lot of traffic. He said right near Cincinnati. There was a huge backup, and for hours he just crawled, and then there was some bridge they're redoing, and he said that was not pleasant. He said he had to make a rest stop because that's not a nice feeling if you're in the car and you gotta, it's like, it's always why it's good to maybe carry an emergency bottle with you, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so he got home last night and everything's cool, so it was very nice. Gave little Adam a rest. Little Adam needed a nice little rest there to just kind of sit in the parking lot, and little Adam's cool. He's okay. He just wasn't up for that big long 7-hour trip. I'm getting that, I don't want to talk about Dave 2D today. I'm tired of talking about Dave 2D. So many videos up about Dave 2D and Max and Lee, and I don't really want to get into that. But I'm getting the blowback, which is, there's now a political campaign to stamp out all channels that do critical reviews, okay? Dave 2D did a critical reviews channel. That's basically what he is mainly doing with his roasts, okay? And he used humor in that, and that's what he did. And whatever happened there, he did a video, and then something nasty happened after the video came up, and everybody's blaming Dave for what happened, or at least that he had some part in it. That's basically the short story of it. Argue all you want about that. But they were seeing now the reaction now. It's like, it's kind of like if there's somebody wrecks their car, now we have to ban all cars, or if, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of a thing, I don't know. It's that same logic, we must now fix the situation by, no more critical channels, that's the solution, a bad thing happened when somebody did a critical channel and something bad happened afterward. Was it connected? Who knows? But now we have to get rid of all the critical channels. And I'm not getting a lot of comments about that specifically, but I got a few. Hey, your channel's just like Dave. You talk about other nomads and you criticize them, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Your channel is coming down next. I hear that a couple times. I don't know. So, we're now going to make, YouTube is now going to say, YouTube next, YouTube is this big dystopian crazy thing. There's so many things you can't say on YouTube right now. There's words, certain words, you can't make comments about someone's appearance. They can, whack-a-doodle you for that. You can't use a couple minutes of their clips. They can whack-a-doodle you for that. So, little by little, they're making it harder and harder and harder to do a critical reviews channel. What can you criticize? Don't step over the line, And I've dealt with that over the years. You have to learn the limits, That's why spell words out, the bot hears certain words and, your channel can get demonetized or worse, So, I don't know. So we're hearing, and I've seen this with some other critical channels in the comments. You're doing the same thing Dave 2D did. You're next, So, I don't know. The thought police are coming. They're coming to shut us all down, right? I don't know. There are some much bigger questions here than just critical channels. I think a lot of it involves YouTube itself. YouTube is, it's so friggin' big and huge and giant. It doesn't have enough staff to police itself. It has to use artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence is all screwed up. They just can't respond to things, and then you get campaigns that are going on right now that are against Dave 2D. And I don't know this whole situation, but he says he's being, he has to hide out. He needs money to get in his car and gas up and get away from where he's living because people know where he lives, and he's frightened for his safety. The fact that YouTube allows people to do a campaign like that, the fact that it's so unwieldy because there's so many channels now talking about Dave 2D and there's so many comments. I noticed in my comments, I got the video that I posted last week where I kind of first started talking about Dave 2D, that's got over 60,000 views. Now, for me, that's really big. For, somebody like Nomadic Fanatic or, Van City Van Life, that's just typical, ordinary video. But for Dave, 60,000 view video is pretty big. And there's a ton of comments on it. I'm just still getting tons of comments on it. And it's really hard to keep track of all the comments, and I have to read each one and judge whether, it's, I have to review the stuff, and it's crazy. So, I don't know. But there's a certain group of people that now want to, basically say, hey, YouTube, no more critical channels. We're not allowed to comment. We're not allowed to say anything negative. Anything negative is HATE, okay? Don't say, we're going to want to live in a world where nobody can say anything negative about anything, right? Politics, if your politician's a crook, no HATE. We must love everything. We must love the government. We must love YouTube. We must love every other creator on the channel, on the platform. Love, love, love. The world of love. There are places in the world that are like that right now. There are. You can go move there. I'm not going to mention any country names, but there are places where, look at the good old RUSSIA. Mr. Putin has just, changed the law now so he can run until he's going to be president until 2038 or something. I saw that in the news the other day. Don't say anything bad about him. Oh no. You can whisper it maybe, but there are countries like that where you can't say, any criticism is seen as sedition, Anyway, I know, I just like, YouTube kind of leads the way in where people are thinking, I think. We're going to get to that point where, if you criticize somebody, you could go to jail for that, and then badoom, what's going to happen with that? I don't know. So anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to give a quick little update on that. We are seeing the comments where, hey, we want to get rid of all channels that, make any sort of critical reviews or anything like that, because, there's a tiny fraction of a chance where somebody could take their feelings hurt and do something really over the top. Now, I've been doing this channel for 5 years now, and I do have certain people that don't like my channel, that would like it if I don't talk about them and stuff like that. But, I've never had the situation like what Dave 2D has had, where somebody has done something as drastic as that, and I, it does go through my mind, like, hey, what if I do a playfully funny video about a certain nomad and then they do something nasty, and then, I don't know, how would I deal with that? It's a good question. Again, I've been doing the channel for 5 years and I really haven't had that issue, so I feel fortunate. But, hey, maybe, you never know with YouTube. Maybe someday it's just time to move on with your life. And I'm always prepared for that. But, I don't know. And then again, it's the whole dichotomy about what I say in my videos versus what are said in the comments. I really do police myself very carefully in what I say in my videos. I try to make all my criticism very funny and not mean-spirited. You will never see me say anything mean-spirited in my videos. Go find something I said mean-spirited in the videos. Now, people do have an issue with some of the comments. But, again, it's that whole strategy, what is sarcastic fun and what is mean-spirited, and in that gray area we are constantly fighting that battle, and I don't think it'll ever get won. Two people will read the same comment, oh, that's just funny, leave it up. Oh no, that's mean-spirited, take it down. I don't know. Again, what I say, and I say this over and over again, if you don't want people to talk about it, get off of YouTube, okay? Don't put it on YouTube. Don't talk about it. If you're going to put your life on YouTube, it's a public platform. People are going to talk about you, and some people are going to say stuff that's not nice, okay? If that bugs you, and it may bug a lot of people, it's time to maybe do something else, like get a job at the Wally World and get off of YouTube. All right. All right, that's it for today. Going to keep my rant short. Ooh, anyway. You have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. All right. Good. Little Adam's good. I'm going into Wally World. I got my mask. I got my one vaccine, so I'm a little less worried these days that I've, 2 weeks, and I think I got some sort of protection up there. Going to get my second vaccine, a second Pfizer next week. So I'm feeling a little more confident about heading out and doing some stuff. All right, folks, you take care. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Blog under.